Hey everyone, it's Jenna. This is the final video to help you check your work in the one word makes a big change activity. As always, make sure you've really given this a good attempt on your own first before proceeding with this video. Also, make sure you watch this video all the way through. There's some very important new information in here that you'll need to know. All right, let's get started. Here's the fourth problem in your activity. The only difference between this problem and the previous problem is the word or. In the previous problem, it said and here instead. In the prior help video, you already went through how to solve each of these inequalities with Justin. In the first inequality, it just took one step. I just have to divide both sides by -3 to get x is less than 5. But I want to look at a different approach to solving this second inequality that you didn't do with Justin. We can start by thinking about putting this negative sign in the numerator, which is going to require us to apply it to both the x and the 6. And that's going to make both of them negative. Then I can get rid of the denominator by multiplying both sides by 2, which looks like negative x minus 6 is less than or equal to -10. Then I can add 6 to both sides, which gives us negative x is less than or equal to -4. And lastly, I just have to divide both sides by -1. And I have to remember to flip that inequality sign since I'm dividing both sides by a negative. Now that I've solved both of these inequalities all the way through, I'm going to erase some of my work just to make some room for myself. So I can write out my simplified answer as x is less than 5 or x is greater than or equal to 4. Now I can start thinking about drawing in my answers on a number line. I'll need a 0 to get my groundings. I'll need a 4, and I'll need a 5. Let's see, for my first inequality, I need an open circle over the 5, and my arrow is going to go to the left since x is less than 5. And for that second inequality, I'll need a closed circle over 4, and my arrow is going to go to the right since x is greater than or equal to 4. Now I can analyze this a little more to see what my answer is going to be. Remember that or means that if either or both of the separate inequalities hold true, then it's a solution to the compound inequality. So where are both or either of these inequalities true? Well, yeah, everywhere. There's nothing excluded here at all. In this section, only the first inequality holds true. In this section, only the second inequality holds true. And in this little section, both of them are true. And that literally covers every real number. And yes, I did just say that all real numbers hold true for this compound inequality. One day in your future math endeavors, you will see some non-real numbers, but definitely don't worry about that now. Anyways, if we're going to try to simplify this and show it on a number line as part of our final answer, it would really just look like a double-sided arrow. And that's not really a common way to represent all real numbers in the math world. So instead of trying to represent the solution on a number line, we would actually just write all real numbers. We can also show this in inequality notation by using negative infinity and positive infinity. It can be helpful to think about this broken up into two parts, and it may even be a good way to check your work. This first part says that negative infinity is less than x. We could switch it around to rewrite it as x is greater than negative infinity. And since x is greater than negative infinity, and also less than infinity, well, that covers any real number. Let's clear out our work here that we did just to double check so that we can leave our solution looking nice and clean. Then we need to translate this into interval notation. We'll use negative infinity as our lower bound and positive infinity as our upper bound. Now don't stop the video just yet. I want to show you another way to write all real numbers. There's a math symbol that can be used to represent all real numbers. That's basically a fancy capital R. You may see it written in different ways depending on the writing style of the person who's creating it. I like to draw 2 lines first and then connect them with the rest of the R. Some people might draw it with a big, flowy, cursive R first and then add another line to it. Or you might see it not flowy at all, with a really straight R with one more line added to it. Instead of writing out all real numbers in words, you can use one of these fancy capital R's, since they mean the same thing. What we have here is our final answer. I hope that my explanations helped. Remember, all of these help videos are ready for you to rewind, fast forward, pause, or go through anytime you want at your own pace, just to make sure you're getting the most out of them. So long, and I'll see you next time.